Today, we're going to talk to a highly talented haunt actor who works at one of the biggest haunts in Australia on Haunt Culture. Welcome to Haunt Culture
at night. Leroy, why on God's green earth are we recording a video at 9:30 at night on a Monday?
It's because of our very special guest we have on the show today. I'm so excited. She's all the way in Australia. Our first international haunt actor. Oh, it's so cool.
We're excited.
We are excited. I just happened to come across her profile on Instagram. I saw her character, Pumpkin the Clown, reached out, and she was extremely nice. And now we're about to talk to her to hear what it's like to be a haunt actor in Australia.
In Australia. Which, if I could travel anywhere in the world, Leroy, it would be to Australia. So, I'm pumped. Let's get into the interview.
Hi.
Hi. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So outside of Pumpkin, this is the host body. Her name is Steph. I'm a tradie here in Australia. I, fix buses and do crash repairs and stuff like that. Way outside of what I do in character. It's good for therapy, though. I get to smash shit. It's good times.
Yeah. That's what we need.
Yeah, destruction.
Yes. I like this one, Leroy. You got a good one.
Yeah.
First of all, thanks so much for being here. We're super excited. I'm super excited. Your Instagram is so aesthetically pleasing, and I love looking through it. Everything is very well done, and it's just gorgeous, and I aspire to have those skills one day.
Oh, man, it's all just, throwing myself out there. Most of it is just whatever comes out, and I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah.
So
I love it. So tell us what actually got you into haunting.
Much to my mom's disappointment, I've always been a little spooky. She's heavily Catholic, as all that Latina moms are. So no, she raised herself a little goth child that just enjoyed jumping out at people from the bathrooms and stuff, and haunting just kind of naturally fell into place. And it's kind of good to be, paid therapy for that one too, because nothing is better than just releasing all of that pent up whatever you've got inside.
I totally feel that. I was always a spooky kid too, and I was always in theater growing up, so my mom was like, it's just natural that you became a haunt actor. So she was like, gung-ho. She hates scary stuff though, so she won't come visit me, but she knew it was happening.
I totally get that. Mom's just so religious, and just all these effigies everywhere. I'm like, I don't know what's more terrifying, me or this house, Mom.
So, what is the Halloween scene like in Australia?
So, I'm admittedly not that big. It's kind of starting to ramp up a little bit as, more people are getting into it, and it's a little bit more accepting, but it's still pretty mediocre in comparison. I have visited some family in LA before, so I've done a couple of rounds of Halloween over there, so it's nothing compared, but we're trying. We're doing our best.
Yeah.
Just from the videos I've seen, it looks amazing over there.
it looks fantastic.
No, it is good fun. Whatever you can find here is pretty good. I wouldn't say the streets are lined with it, but the events you can get into, especially, joining Fearaphobia, it was wild. It's been awesome fun, and I've done it in a couple of states now in different haunted attractions, and it's good. The people who are into it are really into it.
Yeah, that's really great to hear, because I would much rather have fewer haunted attractions that are good than an abundance of ones that you pay so much money to go into and then they suck. So
Yeah, no. Even the small ones that I've done here, because it's for the love of being spooky and the love of just wanting to have something entertaining and fun for Halloween, that we get into it.
So good transition into our next question here. What is Fearaphobia Screampark, and how long have you been doing it?
I've done it for the last 2 years. I'll be doing it again this year, and it's a little haunted attraction that pops up in Helensvale, just at the back of it, like a shopping center. They have their own little section there. They've managed to have that area, and it gets roped off into its own little park, and there's like 5 or 6 different mazes. I can't remember off the top of my head. So sorry, guys. But yeah, it's all of the mazes obviously have their themes, and I'm one of the roamers, so I just get to free range terrorizing people in the lines. It's good fun. There's performers, there's fire acts, there's whatever you can find, whatever they can put into that small space, you name it, they'll put it in there.
Looking at the video, I mean, I saw there was so much in that small space.
It's really cool.
They'll make good use of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know their stuff. They've been doing like entertainment and attractions like that for ages, and I was lucky enough just to kind of stumble into that family, and they took me in, and I'm glad that they like what I do.
Haunt fam is the best.
They are.
Hell yeah.
Tell us, who is Pumpkin?
All of my angles are good ones.
Oh, Pumpkin is I don't know, what is she, 700-800 years old now? She's kind of, Satan's favorite little clown. She gets put in a box and she gets let out once a year, which is why she is horrifying to deal with. It's a lot of pent-up energy coming outside and just attacking you all at once. I think my favorite thing is that everyone looks and just goes, I don't know if I should find you adorable or terrifying. What is happening? Save me.
Those are the best characters.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
Come on, guys, cheer it up. It's almost time to play. Come on, wake up.
She's just a lot of fun, and she's got that little bit of creepy cute happening and a laugh that will haunt your dreams. I swear to God.
Happy Halloween, freaks.
There are so many people that just tell me and come back and go, I don't know what it is, but your laugh, I can hear it from the other side of the park. What is...
Oh.
I'm a huge character development person. Hey, son. I'm a huge character development fan. So what was your process like when you were developing Pumpkin?
I kind of started with a color scheme, because there's a couple of clowns here that are buddies of mine, and they all had their own little color scheme. So I kind of chose one that wasn't already picked, and then I tried to look for a name that wasn't too common out there, which I've looked at it now, and there's pumpkin clowns everywhere afterwards. But so I came up with colors, and then I wanted there to be more classic clowns. So if you go way back on my personal stuff, you've got more of, the puffy pants and the big collars and all that kind of stuff. She kind of grew from there, developed her own little personality. I think so, yeah. I went to a couple of different haunts. Brought her out in Melbourne, really, when I was living in Melbourne for 2 years, and I brought her out for a couple of haunts there, and yeah, she kind of just blossomed, I guess, if you can call it that. Yeah, once a year she comes out terrorizing the masses. It's good times.
As she should.
Absolutely.
As she should.
So she actually started out somewhere else before Fearaphobia?
Yeah, so she was my own little personal one. I think the first time I ever let her out was, It. For the premiere of It, for the first movie.
Oh,
I just wanted to dress up, and I dressed up and put it all together. And then I kind of just kept it from there, and she kept coming out at conventions. And I think the first one I brought her out for was Hauntville in Melbourne. I'm not sure if they still have Hauntville anymore, but I brought her out there, and then I brought her out at Spooktober same year. It was a wild time. I was just every other day I went to work, and then I'd end up at a haunt somewhere.
Why don't you tell us some of your best scare stories?
Even before Pumpkin, I used to just work in mazes. I worked for a company called Evil Corp. They have their own little stuff going on right now. When I first started haunting, I was, inside a maze, and I have made some people fall on their asses. They've run into walls and dropped. My favorite ones are the really big, tall guys that come in, all, guns are blazing, reckon they can take you on, and there's tiny little me. I'm only maybe like 5'4" just. So tiny little me coming out at them somewhere below their shoulders, and I scream at them, and then they just drop to their knees. I think one of the funniest ones is I split up a couple, and he came in with his girlfriend, saw me, and just went, nope, nope, and ditched her, and she's just calling out her name going, Steve, come get me. Why'd you leave? Where are you? And she has to run out, and she got trapped in my little section, so she's just getting lost, and I'm just chasing her out, and it's a good time.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. And as Pumpkin, I think in my first haunt, I actually managed to get someone a boyfriend, terrorize them so much that they ended up in someone else's arms. And they just ended up, from what I remember from that night at the end, she's just like, he's going to protect me. I'm like, oh, isn't that sweet? She's like, I hate you. I'm like, no, you love me. I brought you two together. This is all my doing. You owe me everything, including your life. I'll see you in hell.
Pumpkin the Matchmaker.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a good show.
Yeah.
Give her own her matchmaking, like a dating show. That would be great.
Hey, nothing's better than, cuddling up and watching horror movies, so why can't you get scared in real life and do the same thing?
Yes.
We've been saying that for years.
Nothing brings you together closer than being terrified.
Absolutely.
100%. Well, speaking of horror movies, what's your favorite horror movie?
Oh man, there's way too many out there.
Or at least top 3.
I think one of my comfort movies is gonna be like Texas Chainsaw.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Love me some Leatherface.
Yeah, man. Even from high school, my mom would like line me up a drink or something if I was having a bad day, and just go, here you go, have a drink, sit down, watch some violence, let it out of your system. I'm like, thank you, mom.
Thank you.
And then she wonders why I ended up this way.
All right. Partially her doing, but it's okay.
Right? Gotta go with some killer clowns from outer space.
That's Leroy's favorite.
It is.
Yeah, it's so good. And I love Trick or Treat. I've got a big old tattoo on my leg of Sam. He's just all down the side.
Oh my god. Dang. Just noticed he's got one leg right
Oh, yeah.
now. There we go.
There you go. There's his other leg.
And I mean, other than like horror movies, can't go past like Beetlejuice. He's all over my arm and everything. So
Oh, wow.
Oh, hell yeah. Wow.
I'm a tattoo whore.
dedicated to the spooky cause.
Yes.
If they made a maze based off of Pumpkin, what would that look like?
Well, I always tell everyone that she's locked in a box. So probably a lot of wood. Obviously a lot of crates and stuff everywhere. Probably plastic, just hay and mess and blood and guts wherever you can find it. Jack-o'-lanterns, lining everything. I've got like the signature laugh coming through that would just pierce you at whatever corner you turn around. Yeah, it's just a lot of orange, a lot of black, a lot of screaming, and not much knowing what's going on. It's got to be chaotic. You're not allowed to know where you're going, because if I don't know where I'm going, you're not allowed to know where you're going.
Yeah, she just comes out of a box and just makes the world.
She
go.
just goes for it. Like, she's confused, you're confused, and somehow it all ends up a good time.
Right.
The world is her pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got so many weapons, too, all of them pumpkin themed, so, it's got to be there.
Ooh.
Such a gourd time.
Yeah. Oh.
Right?
Do you have any tips or tricks for anybody that is interested in developing their own character on either how to maintain a character, how to develop a character, or just any tips or tricks that you might have?
I don't know if it's tips or tricks, but I know that if you're trying to get into the industry, it's not about being afraid, because the moment you put on that makeup, that costume, you forget who you are. Most of us do. Some of the best scarers I know have really tiny personalities in real life, and they're really quiet and shy, but the moment you put them into a costume, completely different. So I guess it's just find whatever you're into, whether that's zombies, whether it's being a ghost, even the silliest little thing, if you put on the right makeup, terrifying.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
It doesn't have to be expensive or flashy, you just gotta enjoy it.
It's so funny you say that the haunt actors that you know have very meek and mild personalities. I feel like a lot of the haunt actors that we know are gigantic, huge personalities, very outgoing, and like that's just so crazy to hear. There's a couple people who are a little shyer, but 9 times out of 10, the personality that they bring in their character is a reflection of who they are in real life, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I reckon the people, or at least some of the people I know, have used it like that kind of release therapy kind of thing. So throughout most of the year, they're pretty mild-mannered. Some of them are big personalities, but they're usually pretty chill, pretty relaxed. And I guess once it gets to Halloween, if they've had anything pent up, if they need to vent, that's where it comes out.
And that's the beauty of haunt acting.
I did see a couple videos of Fearaphobia, and one of them I saw Pumpkin had some friends with her, some other clowns. Who are they?
We've had fun, but it's time for you to go to sleep now. Come on, we're done. Come on now.
Good night, Hero.
That's it for 2022, man. We'll see you 2023, man. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go, Bubbles.
Okay, guys, we'll see you in 2023. Thanks for
See you
stopping
next
by.
time. Bye.
We've got Bubbles the Clown, we've got Zero, we've got Ziggy. They all have their own Instagrams. I know the 2 boys are making a music video in the moment, so they should release something soon. But they're a little bit of a band going. The boys have their own little character that they're doing a side thing with too. They're bringing out a new demon. She has her own little Instagram called Zozo the Demon. So they have their own storyline outside of Fearaphobia, bringing it into, we all have our, almost like D&D, we all have our little side stories and side quests that we all bring into the mazes and stuff with us. We all got lore happening.
Ugh, I love it. I love lore.
Exactly. We're all very dedicated. These are our personalities. I reckon we're more our characters than we are humans.
It is like that sometimes, Do you have any sort of acting background before you went into haunt acting?
No, I was just a really dramatic, spooky kid, just like you guys probably were. Like, I did drama growing up in school and stuff, but it wasn't a major thing. I was the biggest nerd, actually. I ended up doing engineering straight out of high school, so it wasn't the thing I was going down, but it was always kind of, that side passion hobby that I just liked acting. And then it came out. I went to the audition one day and I got picked for being the weirdo that I am.
Yes.
What's the audition process like for Fearaphobia?
So a couple of months beforehand, I don't know if this is standard with you guys too, a couple of months beforehand, they put out a casting call where you can kind of apply, send your applications in. And if they kind of like what they're reading in there, there's a few days where you go in, you'll find yourself a session. It'll be a group of people. And you'll do, kind of try being a zombie, try a voice, let's see how you walk, pick something. If we give you a potion, try what would happen if you drank it, that kind of stuff. So just a lot of impromptu stuff, see what happens, kind of gets like filmed in the mass, and then so that everyone can remember who you are, you all get a number. And afterwards, if they like what they see, they kind of bring you in and you get hired and they kind of let you loose.
That's really cool. It's kind of similar to what we do here, except it's more of a, you showed up, you can kind of do what we're asking you to do, you're hired. You got a job.
The people of Fearaphobia manage to pick out, even if you're quiet, they can kind of see it in the background and be like, you just need a costume. It's fine. You can do it. I reckon scary people kind of all just bring each other together.
Absolutely. Scary people find scary people.
Yeah. We have the best kind of communities.
Mm-hmm. We really do. We've met some really cool individuals in the haunt community, and it's brought us overseas. Like, that's super cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild that you guys picked me out. I was like, oh, I follow everyone over there.
We gotta feed the egos. Come on. We gotta feed the egos.
You can't do that to me. I can't have a bigger head than I already do. That's not allowed.
I think Pumpkin would be great with a bigger head. That's all I'm saying. Give her a little bit more of an ego.
I'll add in a couple more dreads. We'll add some height to that hair. She needs that.
She will rule the world one day.
I think so. Whenever Satan lets her out of the box.
Yeah.
She's got like 3 days to rule the world, and then she's back in.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. Like, really do love it. Like, we're talking right now because this is just insane to me that anyone likes the character that much. It's so cool. And I'm glad you guys took the time out of your day to match mine, because it is daytime over here. I'm sure it's nighttime over there.
Yep.
And you guys have the late one, so I appreciate the hell out of you guys.
We appreciate you taking the time.
Just follow, I guess, me, the rest of the characters mentioned, Fearaphobia. Give them some love. Tell them I sent you.
We will.
Yes, we'll be sure to put the links for all that in the description below. Be sure to check them out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. We don't want to take up too much of your break time.
No, you're all good. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me here.
Of course. We'll see if we can fit you into some more fun stuff we might have coming up in the future.
If I ever get the chance, I hope I get to scare with you guys one day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I would love that.
That would be great.
Hell yeah.
What a riveting interview we just had, Leroy. That was fantastic.
It was. Holy crap. She is one of the coolest people I've ever met.
She was really cool. Like, that's my best friend. Like, me and Pumpkin are now best friends. Steph was super cool to talk to, super personable, literally talked to us on her break at her job, like her 30-minute lunch that she has. Took the time to talk to us and was super cool. We learned a lot about the scene down there.
Yeah.
Down under in Australia. Had to do it once.
Fun fact, though. We were talking to someone in the future because it's 11:30 a.m. Tuesday in Australia, while it's 9:30 Monday here.
I forget that's how time zone works.
Pretty mind-blowing.
It's Tuesday over there.
Yeah.
I should have asked her if there was any cool things that we needed to know from the future.
Dang, I was going to ask her that. Also, the most superb horror movie tastes.
Her and Leroy are the same person, essentially.
Yeah, she's my spirit animal.
Pumpkin.
It's funny that she mentioned her character's in a box because my character, Jack Barlow, timeout was being put in the box.
Yeah!
You know what? Jack and Pumpkin would be a fun combo.
They would.
They'd spread terror. Yes. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see us talk to more haunt actors from around the world or just around the country, let us know. Or if you are a haunt actor and want to talk to us, let us know in the comments below.
We would love to chat with you.
I want to make a goal. This is a big goal.
Big goal.
Okay?
Okay.
To talk to one haunt actor from every state in America.
Whoa!
Boom.
That is a giant.
It's giant, but there are haunt parks all over this nation.
Are there any in Alaska?
There are, actually. I have looked it up.
Wow.
It's called Fright Night, I believe. Ooh. Be sure if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. That helps the video get seen more. And subscribe if you haven't already.
Click that bell for notifications.
So you don't miss another haunt culture.
We got some cool stuff coming up. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope to see you in the next episode. And don't forget to keep it spooky.
Subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss another haunt culture.